Hi Aries, welcome to your 2023 review. We are going to break the year down for you. We're going to look at the winter, the spring, the summer, the fall. But then, I always feel like any type of spread I do, if it's, we're breaking it apart, they end up reading together anyway. So then, we'll read it as a whole. This is just to help you, know what the energy is expecting of you. We're moving into universal year 7. It's a very spiritual time. 7 is spiritual completion. It's a more of a slow-paced year, though I feel like still there's a lot accomplished. I feel like definitely what I've been noticing is spiritual-based businesses like taking flight. This is, the year where potentially you're meeting a soulmate. A soulmate's coming in. You're connecting. And that can be in all different kinds of ways. You know what I mean? I just feel like this is a year where we're going in and we're looking at our spirituality and we're understanding that there's more. There's more to maybe this, and that doesn't can mean like, there's more life than what I'm living. But also, I feel like understanding that there's more than just being this human being, because you're part spiritual too. Well, you are a spiritual being. Let me rephrase that. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. So, some use it as a classroom, maybe some use it as a playground. I don't know. I feel like, that's each soul's agreement. Alright guys, let's get into the reading. I do want to let you know real quick though, I am doing it a December special. It's a special that I extended. It's $30 off a personal reading or a buy one, get half off the second. You can give one as a gift, keep one for yourself, or you can keep them both, you know what I mean, and schedule one soon and then schedule one down the road. Really, it's up to you. I'll keep track. Just if you decide to go forward with that, if you can remember, write in holiday under the memo for PayPal. All the information's below. I also have the membership program, so you can read about that if you want. It's below. I'm not going to take any more of your time up with that stuff. Alright, so we're going to use the Gilded Tarot for our clarifiers. We, of course, are going to use Mother Mary for our oracle. We're going to use 2 different decks for your, this is going to be your summer and fall. And this is the Angel Tarot. I think there's another name, but it had no name a couple weeks ago. I didn't know its name. Somebody told me. And then we're going to use the Psychic Tarot, which is a deck that I very seldom use. And one of the main reasons is because they changed the colors of like the pentacles and the wands, and that's fine. But I don't like to have to think about like what card is this, you know what I mean? Because I like my intuition to be leading, if that makes sense. So anyways, but I brought them in, and I have to say they've been doing a great job. So let's go ahead and start with Mother Mary. This is a type of reading you want to keep in your back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, certain things may not make any sense right now. But why would they? Because, certain things haven't happened. Don't forget your free will. Other people have free will. So, I feel like we get like the bullet points, but at the same time we have free will. And sometimes we do good things with that free will, and sometimes that free will gets us stuck. Alright. Interesting how they're like, one's upward, one's downward. We're going to take them both. We have joy. Joy. This is like the Three of Cups. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. Joy. Sometimes it's hard to find it, though. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to seek it. And what do I mean by that? Like, sometimes I'm just in a rotten mood, and joy, like, come on. But then maybe I put some earphones on and some good classic rock, and next thing I know, I'm dancing around the house. Joy. You gotta seek it sometimes. And then we have health. Health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Some of you, I feel like, like you're dealing with like some type of situational depression, and I literally feel like you can seek your way out of this. And I mean by like opening up that creative side of you, like whether it's like putting headphones on or cranking up the stereo, or you know what I mean, or pulling out a paintbrush, and listen, maybe I used to paint and I haven't in a long time. So that's what I feel like this, and it can be like wintertime blues, because we're speaking of the winter right now. So finding that joy. Interesting. Okay. Health. All that came from that. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in the Psychic Tarot. And we're looking at winter and spring, so to speak. Again, I feel like it's just going to tell us a story, or a few stories. But we're going to break it down anyway. Alright, let's give them a cut. And we're also going to use the Angel Tarot for your summer and fall. And by the way, everything's already pre-shuffled. I'm just doing this for you. But I don't want to waste a whole lot of time for you either, so let's go ahead and just give them a cut. And when we're ready, they're ready. Alright. Let's begin. We have patience. Patience. This is Temperance. Patience. I mean, first of all, what a great card as your very first card. Because it's all about divine, right? Divine control, divine timing. It can talk about, sometimes I want to try to control things that are just outside of my control. And maybe that shows in my health in some way. So releasing that, like, listen, if my worry is not going to change the situation, then I've got to change my thoughts. And sometimes that's hard to do, but again, I feel like it's almost like when you get lost in something, it allows you to just disconnect from everything else. Anyways, card of Sagittarius. So, this is about divine timing. Okay, that's good. We have discontentment and boredom. This is the Four of Cups. Discontentment and boredom. Like, I'm tired of waiting. But yet, in the same breath, in the Four of Cups, I'm not doing anything about it. Some of you, I feel like, it's almost like, I want to say that I have so much time on my hands that I spend it I spend it more in, I hate to say it like this, but like, woe is me. Even though you may have every reason, we all do. Right? We all do. We all make a conscious choice every single moment, right? But in the Four of Cups, I'm not really trusting my spiritual self, number one. And I'm not doing a lot about it. It's funny because his back is 2 Temperance. Some of you, I feel like you're in a lesson where you had to learn how to be patient and not get bored within it. And again, boom, I want to go back into your creativity. Like there are things there are, and I feel like more like creative wise. I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about things that you do. Again, whether it's putting on headphones and cranking music, nothing sad, I just feel like it changes your energy. And I feel like Temperance, sometimes divine timing. It's not always about the universe, us waiting, like, come on. Sometimes waiting on us, because in the Four of Cups, I'm not doing a lot about anything. And at the same time, I'm not happy in that energy. I feel like this is a great thing with Temperance. It's almost like divine energy is so connected to you, even if you don't realize it. And I almost feel like it's your spiritual team, like the angels and everyone, like trying to give you energy. Okay, let's keep going. I could just get lost in that for some reason. Excuse me so much. Look at this. Balance. I do like how the cards are, what they call the cards. Balance. It's justice. Look at this person. Oh, an angel. Look, he carries everything. I feel like this is you. Like, this is the true you, and like there's this earthly toll belt of everything that we've accomplished along the way. Interesting. It is a card of Libra. Can talk about a divorce. I don't know. Oh. We have the Six of Cups. And this clearly wanted to come out with it. Look at that with the Tower. And it reversed itself. I don't know. I don't know where I want to take you. I'm not taking you there. I just feel like it's something that has happened. I'm going to leave it in reverse. You could talk about, can certainly talk about a relationship. Maybe I'm only thinking of the bad times and not the good times. Because in the Six of Cups, memories of love. And I don't know. I don't know what, it's not that it has me stumped. It's like I'm feeling the energy of balance, of justice here. And I'm feeling the power within it, like the realization that my spiritual being, listen, it's not, I already have these tools. Maybe I'm getting an upgrade. I don't know. But like I already have them. And I feel like potentially this is about a relationship that can be saved. However, I feel like you have, like, who's ever in the Four of Cups, they have got to do their part. Some of you, that's what you're missing. Maybe you didn't want the Tower, but you got it anyway. It's interesting that Temperance is mirroring the Six of Cups, memories of love. So, I always feel these two cards are very connected. And then this gives us, it's like, these are the bullet points and this is the free will. And someone's free will is discontented and bored. Balance is, it's finding balance within oneself. You know what I mean? If I know that I'm in the woe is me and I know there's a way out, why wouldn't I seek it? And if I don't, then, I feel like Divine saying you cannot blame us. And that's not to be mean. That's just real. You know what I mean? That's just real. So there is no meanness to it. And I hope it's only love. But I gotta be real. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Recognition and reward. Look how his head is bowed. You know what I mean? He's like humbled by the experience, honored. Almost, I don't know. I feel like I feel honored to take this next adventure. Three of Wands is, it's all about optimism. But I feel that someone's very humble at the same time. All right. I want to keep moving because I want to get you the clarifiers also. All right, let's keep going. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to read what it says. This would be a great deck for anyone who's starting out because it does kind of help teach you. Though you still want to read, let your intuition guide you. Seeds well planted. Efforts, In the Four of Cups, I'm not planting any seeds. Temperance is like, but you can. But you can. And then we move to seeds well planted. Efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience. A time for resting and planning for the future. Unnecessary worry. Interesting. I feel like we spoke about all of that. Number 7. Universal Year 7. It's exactly why we're doing the reading. So, a very spiritual year. So I feel like what's happening spiritually in your life is naturally happening. I'm just except I feel like I have to say though at the same time, if I'm not planting seeds, then I can't expect a harvest. And I don't want to plant them from Four of Cups because, I'll like kick some dirt over and maybe water them once a month. Here, I'm tending my garden. I'm going to have a bountiful garden, and that takes time. Patience. They both talk about patience. We have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like this brings us right back to your creative house. Because again, it speaks about your uniqueness, something that you do, that even if a million people do it, nobody can do it quite like you. A Carole King song? Or Carly Simon, maybe. Do what you love. Recognition from higher quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Being paid well for your craft. Working well with others. An excellent reputation. Well, it's above it. Is the opposite. At least you're feeling that. Someone's feeling that. This is almost like confirmation. And it's interesting because I feel like she's chiseling the statue. Almost like I'm looking at someone out there. Alright, let's keep going. We have the Emperor. The Emperor. Well, there's your card. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role. Structure and discipline. You know, coming right under balance. Listen, I feel like this is giving you a way to find that balance. And maybe when that balance happens, true balance, everything else just naturally happens at the same time. Let's see. I mean, we're looking at summer, fall, but, you know, I feel like at the same time, this is about a reading. Look at that, a renewal. How? Look at that, under the memories of love, under the Six of Cups. A renewal. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life's purpose. In your heart, you'll know what to do. Renewal. Coming right under that Six of Cups. How interesting. And it's mirrored by the Seven of Pentacles. Again, this is your garden. These are your seeds. This is how, this is, you know, your bounty. And I don't think anybody can take that away from you. And I feel like in the Three of Pentacles, that's really where I learned that. You know, I just realized 3, 3, and then I read joy as 3. So in my head, all of a sudden I saw 3, 3, 3. It may be a message. Alright, let's see what's on the bottom. With the King of Pentacles. So you have quite a few. Anyway. Compassionate. Accomplished. Excuse me. Grounded. A time of great success. Financial security and prosperity. The Midas touch. Everything turns out beautifully. A supportive parent and spouse. A good person to work for. Interesting. Now he's on the bottom of this deck. So funny because I thought that said renewal. I'm like, wow. Because in my head, I'm like, oh my God, this has renewal. It has the King. This has renewal, and it has memories of love. It says reward, but I saw renewal. All right. Let's figure this out. You know, I definitely have to put out there that I do feel like for someone's in a current relationship, and it's almost like if I'm in the Four of Cups, I don't know, I feel like I couldn't be a whole lot of fun to be around, right? And it's because maybe I'm looking for a fulfillment that I can only find within me. You know, this is the year where I feel like a lot of people are going to know their spiritual purpose, let's say, or their soul purpose, whatever you want to call it, why you came here. Doesn't mean that there was a map you had to follow, but there were certain seeds, right? There's certain things that your soul wanted to experience. Again, free will can cancel that out. But it doesn't mean, you know, at the same time, I feel like it doesn't mean it can't come back around. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to take them. We have the Five of Swords and we have the Queen of Swords. Five Swords. You know, it's interesting because Five Swords, you know, if it's representing people, boy, I just don't feel like I'm happy. Like, I don't feel like I'm connected. And, you know, the Five Swords can talk about communication and the way that people talk to each other. And it's not good. You know, and it's funny because I feel like chances are each one who's like talking in a certain way is dealing with their own thing. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But, I mean, this Queen is about communication. Some of you, maybe you ought to stand up for yourself. I don't know. Five definitely speaks about change, though. So, I feel like something's got to change. And I feel like when that happens, I feel like it brings you, and maybe, and again, I feel like it's you seeking it, but listen, I feel like that just means it's going to be that much easier to find. You know, and maybe I don't know. But maybe what I just need to do is, I don't know, you know, I feel like get lost in your craft. I don't know what else to say, but I really feel that. Because I feel like when you do that, it's almost like nothing else matters. Interesting. I'm like, interesting. You guys are probably like, huh? All right, well, Five of Swords is coming right over Temperance. Temperance is, again, coming out, telling you what she's waiting for, or, you know, patience. Or I should reverse that and say that I feel like it's almost like the universe has had patience, right? Because you're at a 5. And at a 5, I'm making a decision. I'm either going to continue this path or I'm going to change it. And listen, maybe I can't change everything, but this isn't about everything. This is about you. Like, I feel like everything brings it back to you. All right. Maybe somebody else is on your mind. You know, I almost feel like and again, excuse me, I don't mean to sound mean, I'm just being real, because I feel like for someone out there, it's like I have someone else on my mind, but I'm with someone else, and I feel like because I have this other person on my mind, I may have disconnected from what I'm currently in. Now, I feel like, what do I do? I have, I don't know if this person's just on your mind, or you may physically be with them. We'll see. But I feel like, I've got to deal with what I have to deal with. And I feel like for some, you have a right to happiness. And I can't really answer this, because I feel like for some of you, I just kept feeling like a relationship that can be saved. Sometimes we think we're missing something out there, when really what we're missing is us. Us being whole. And when you're whole, you're giving, you're loving, you're, excuse me, you're creative. Alright, let's keep going. I feel like it goes both ways. I feel like whatever it is, you choose. Alright, we have the Four of Swords. Look at that. Healing. Listen, some of you may be looking back, and currently, I don't know, I just feel like, interesting. I feel like, here's that Tower in reverse, right? So we can avoid it if we want. And I just feel like for those, let's just put it this way, and I'm going to stop talking about it, but I feel like for those who are in an existing relationship, what you want to do is just look at yourself, and not in a judgmental way, but have you disconnected? And because I feel like if you want to save this, I feel like there is a great potential. I say potential because, listen, everybody's got the free will, but so I feel like there's that. And then I feel like there's some who are dealing with someone potentially, and listen, I'm saying love because it says memories of love. It can be anything. It can be you, just by beginning something, next thing you know, you're doing it, you're working it. It's like what you've become. Okay, anyway. Well, that didn't take long. We have the Page of Pentacles. Excuse me, I hate coughing, but it's like, since I've gotten COVID, it's like I have not gotten rid of that. Anyways, Page of Pentacles. Wow. First of all, it's interesting because we have the Page of Pentacles here, and it can speak about someone of a younger time. Pentacles, it can definitely represent an earth sign. Doesn't have to, though. It may represent someone who went on a path and became an attorney, like almost like they were predestined to be something. But I also feel like this is just a learning experience, like the opportunity to learn and grow from it, by the way. And then I also feel, here's this page, right? And then here's the king. Well, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. Interesting. Some of you, I feel like you want to free yourself from something, and I don't know, it's almost like you're looking for permission, and I feel like it's not like up to me. Not like I can give you permission. I feel like you got to give it to yourself. This is a great energy, and I'm really happy to see it. This is really, you know, I'm enjoying my life. Even if I'm single, I'm enjoying my life. It's almost like, you know, it's like someone in the Nine of Cups is reaping the benefits of those seeds that were planted. Almost like I'm raising a glass. Remember how I felt this person over here was humbled? I almost feel like this person's raising a glass to, you know, to the heavens. Alright, we have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, because we have the 3, the 4, and now this is the 4 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Huh. Listen, maybe financially that's what's stopping me, because I know that, you know, it's interesting, I just noticed 2 5s there. Almost like the realization of, you know, at least what needs healed in me. And maybe sometimes that's just, maybe I do need to stand up for myself. I don't know. Maybe I do need to walk away from, you know, the things that are becoming too difficult. You know, they're just like things I've disconnected from. I feel like it's up to me. But in the 5 of Pentacles, one of the reasons may be that maybe you have to take a hit in your money. I think, so what, I feel like that'll be regained. Like those type of things can be regained. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the 6 of Swords. So interesting, because we have the 5 of Swords. Temperance really controlling not controlling the 5 of Swords. I'm saying that wrong, because you're controlling the 5 of Swords. I'm making the decision to make the change, whatever that may be for myself. And listen, sometimes it may be in my own thought system. And then the healing of it is right here. And then the moving away from it. And it's coming right over you. The 6 of Swords. Like, I'm not staying in that 5 of Swords energy. I'm leaving it. Wow, look at this. Look where I'm heading. Maybe I'm heading home. 10 of Cups. And then we have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. But I'm sure it's talking about endings. It's funny. We have the 9 of Cups over here. And this is you. Listen, maybe you disconnecting from that 5 of Swords. Right? Jumping in the boat of the 6 of Swords and heading towards that 10 of Cups. This can talk about, you know, singular to coupled again. And it's funny, maybe it is with somebody else, because this 10 of Cups is coming over renewal and memories of love. And potentially younger energy. Let me grab a drink. Listen, maybe there were towers, but I feel like the 4 of Swords right there, they can be healed. They can be learned from. They can be part of your wisdom. Or if this is about two people's wisdom, maybe it's about everyone. But, you know, I feel like I shouldn't say that, because I'm going to go back to you. It's almost like I want you to think about you. And what do you want? Alright. Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Let's go in between. Again, I didn't really read them. I mean, this is winter, spring, summer, and fall, but I have to tell you, I'm reading it just more of a reading, like a story. Maybe it's the story of the year, like of how your year's going to go, let's just say, which is kind of what we're looking for anyways. But do I kind of love the 10 of Cups and the renewal with memories of love, potentially for some, with someone of the past, maybe this king. a beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship, a deep friendship, awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insights, a love letter, a new home. Wow. Well, this king carries the Ace of Cups. Now, again, doesn't have to be. I feel like they have, like they've moved on. Alright, let's just go right down the middle. And let's just kind of connect it all. We have the 10 of Wands. I feel like someone's looking for the recognition of the weight that they carry. They're looking for recognition of that. I'm not sure they're going to find it from that energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles has come to save the day. Interesting. Coming right to this 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands, I often feel like I almost wish the Tower would come in. I almost wish it would force my hand. Maybe I just feel like I don't have the guts. I don't know. You know, I think to each of their own. But it's like, what's above it? The 5 of Swords. That's toxic type energy. And I feel like it's interesting because, again, there's a relationship can be saved, but I feel like if I'm in this one, it's almost like I'm just tired of carrying the weight. And because of that, I've disconnected. And listen, I don't know. You know, it's weird because I don't like want to say, well, leave or stay. But the Knight of Pentacles, I often feels like is giving you the way. So whatever it is you want to do, the Knight of Pentacles is something that's coming into your physical world. Do what you love. That's the 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. It's funny because the 5 of Pentacles is here and the Knight of Pentacles above it. 5 of Pentacles is kind of where I, you know, listen, this could have happened at any time. But this is maybe like even previous towers. But it's interesting because the Knight, you know, often feels your guardian angel here. Coming in, it's funny how I said coming in to save the day. But in a way, I kind of feel that. I feel like when you drop that weight, you're happy. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles is bringing something into your physical world. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like you're starting like new businesses. I do. I feel like you're starting new businesses, and I feel like, listen, I feel like maybe I stayed somewhere because financially it was easier, but maybe, truth be told, you can, because, and again, it's because of you. It's something within you, and again, it lies like within your creativity, which I feel like brings you a sense of joy. I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know what I was going to say, other than it's interesting because I feel like some of you like becoming healers yourself. But you had to go through it first. You know, maybe that's why now you can heal. Maybe it's through your words. Maybe it's through your hands. Maybe it's through your songs. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords. Don't like that. We have the High Priestess. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Literally, I feel like some of you are keeping yourselves trapped in a certain type of energy. Now, this is a lot of drama in the 5 of Wands, and it's almost like between the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, you know, and then now the 8 of Swords, a self-created prison, a blindfold, something I don't really want to see. Why? Because then I have to take action. And even as good action, it can be hard. Maybe financially I'm taking a hit. Well, I have a feeling financially you will recover. And I feel like not only will you recover, I feel like you will perhaps flourish. And then love. You know, I have the 9 of Cups here. I have the 10 of Cups here. I have the 7 of Pentacles, your soul's seat of intentions, right here. And I have, what do I have here? Renewal, right here. The Magician. I just felt like taking one more card. The Magician. Interesting, because maybe that's what you are in 2023. Maybe some of you, that's your personal year number. The Creator. You know, man, if that's not a message of like, stop blaming us, right? Because you're not planting those seeds, there's no harvest to bring. Sorry. But here's this Knight, and I feel like definitely wants to bring in that seed, and that seed is change. And for some of you, you know, what's in between the 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups? Almost like someone who's had my heart. And then the 6 of Swords. Maybe you're moving towards it. Again, I feel like if you're in the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, I don't know. I don't know how that can be saved. But, you know, I don't know. To each their own. The Ace. I mean, the Magician. The Magician. Funny how we opened the reading. I don't even know what card it was where you had all the tools of the Magician on the tool belt, on your tool belt, on your spiritual being, who you are. You have all these tools. And it's interesting because now the Magician is like, boom, right in the middle of this reading. You are creating. You are planting those seeds. Yes, some seeds, like soulmate type energy, may naturally come in, but, you know, I feel like, would I recognize it in the 8 of Swords? Probably not. Because I'm going to leave myself stuck in that prison. Death card right below that. Why would you do that? Face what needs to be faced, because I feel like you can get through it. Healing. I mean healing. Alright, let's read Mother Mary. It was interesting, Aries. Joy. Joy to the world. Where is J? Do you ever have to count them out like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K? Alright, joy. Mother Mary guides you to enjoy this moment and the next, regardless of what you're experiencing. As you cultivate the ability to find joy in the present, you pull to you more reasons to be joyful. In every situation, you have opportunities to find blessings. Your happiness inspires others to transform their own sorrow into bliss. You can resolve your current question and situation by choosing the path of joy. What would bring more of it to your heart and soul? I feel like that is your year. Wow. I feel like that's what this has been saying. Alright, let me grab one more drink. Health. This card comes to you as let me start over. This card comes to you as reassurance that your prayers about health and healing have reached heaven above. They may be answered differently than you expect, however, so it's important to stay alert and open to your intuitive feelings which guide your action steps. Take them, even if they seem illogical or unrelated to your prayers. Mother Mary sends you and your loved ones her blessings. Like her, you can receive and transmit God's magnificent healing love. You may even feel called to conduct healing sessions professionally, and this card assures you that your calling is fully supported by heaven. Interesting, because that's exactly what I felt. Like for some of you, it's like now you're the healer. But if I didn't go through it, how could I? You know, it makes me think of Jesus on earth, like, Okay, I'm going to let that be. I want to thank you guys for a wonderful 2022 and a happy 2023. I feel like this reading's pretty clear, even though there's a couple different stories going on. I think most of you, you're able to follow my train of thought, I guess. Not everybody. But anyway, this may be one of those things, again, you keep in your back pocket. And then, it may trigger, like something happens and it triggers, like, oh, I think I was in this reading, and you watch it again and you see it differently, you feel it differently. It has different messages to you. You know why? Because you're open to them now. Sometimes I gotta see it before I can believe it. Anyways, I love you guys. I thank you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.